Hey guys, what's up? Haithi here. I've been, posting my videos around, and I've actually been getting requests in the comments on Reddit, on Twitter, asking to make my top 5 gods for, gods get better at mid, gods to, climb in mid. And I thought, hey, you know what? Give the people what they want. So right now I'm bringing you a top 5 gods to play and to pick if you are trying to climb in mid. These aren't your top 5 gods to play if you're trying to get better at mid. For that, I have a separate video that I'm planning to, post sometime this week, hopefully tomorrow, depending on what I say tomorrow, but I don't even know when this video is going live. But top 5 mids to play if you're trying to learn and get better at mid while climbing is coming soon. But right now this video is going to focus on 5 gods where if you think, hey, I'm in bronze and I should be in gold because I'm better than everyone, but I'm stuck in elo hell and I can't carry myself, that's what this list is for. These are 5 gods that are going to help pick you up and get you to the skill level you think you should be. Hope you guys enjoy. There you go. Okay, we're gonna start this list off with a few honorable mentions. Honorable mention number 1 is gonna be the pomegranate bitch herself, Persephone. Persephone, the number 1 reason there are 2 main reasons she's not on this list. A, she's extremely difficult. So, if you're trying to carry yourself, you don't want to play something too hard to, make your job harder. Like, you just want an easy time to win your game. So that's one reason she didn't make the top 5. And the other reason is I'm recording this a few days after the emoji, I'm not sure what her name is, the new goddess of water. I'm recording this a few days after those patch notes released, and Persephone is actually getting a shit ton of nerfs in that, which make her not as good. She gets hit pretty hard, but she's still a very good god and extremely powerful, but extremely hard to play. She's literally permabanned in any Masters rank game, so that speaks for itself how good this god is in the right hands. I don't recommend playing her if you're new to her. She has a pretty steep learning curve. Knowing how to use your plants can be hard. But if you really like this god, she is something you can climb with, and I do recommend her. Honorable mention number 2 is gonna go to Thoth. Thoth is fucking weird for one reason. In my opinion, in ranked, Thoth either sucks dick or he's gonna 1v9 the game and there is no in between. The problem with Thoth in ranked is if this character gets behind, he is fucking awful. If the enemy team has anything that can follow your dash or anything that can catch your dash, you are going to die an int off CD if you don't have really good positioning. But at the same time, Thoth has really good damage and really good items right now. And I don't think his items are getting nerfed on the new patch either. I could be wrong about that, but I'm fairly sure none of his items are getting hit, because I'm pretty sure the new patch, the only items getting hit are Blackthorn and Assassin's Blessing. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong, but Thoth's really strong right now, but he gets picked very, very easily, especially in ranked when you don't have coordination with, your support or your jungler. So play this god with caution. He will carry your games, but if you get against a good jungler that is also trying to carry himself, you could get farmed. All right, we got one more honorable mention. Well, I guess technically 2 more honorable mentions. A tie for honorable mentions. Is that a thing? I'm gonna make it a thing. Our last honorable mention actually isn't a mage. They're assassins. We're talking about, where are they? Camazotz and Set. I know what you're thinking. Fucking Camazotz and Set, right? Those are fucking mid laners. Those are junglers / solo laners. Well, you'd be wrong. These 2 gods, if you are just flat out better than the enemy mid laner and you know what you're doing, you will completely crush the enemy mid laner. You can walk them down level 1 and kill them with these gods. They come back to lane level 1, you can kill them again over and over. I would not recommend playing these gods unless you are very experienced in, their combos, how to play them, how to team fight with them, how to early game with them. What I'd recommend is if you want to play Set Or if you want to play Kamazots, what you do is go spam queue a bunch of casual games, playing them in mid lane. And if you feel like you're comfortable at them and you think you're good enough to cheese the enemy mid laner, then go ahead and play them in ranked. But if you're not comfortable with these gods, you're more of a mage player, don't pick these up. These are just like quirky picks that can work if you're really skilled. But if you don't think you're ready for them, don't worry about them. Leave these guys alone. But these two guys, extremely strong in the mid lane, especially in lower elos. All right, first god on the list on the top 5 gods to carry is going to be the mage of mages, the fucking master wizard himself, Merlin. The thing that makes Merlin so good is that Merlin doesn't have a real weakness. In ranked anyways, he has extremely good burn, he has a pretty strong escape, although a very high cooldown. It's an instant blink, which is pretty rare to have on a character. He has slows, which is soft CC. He has, you know, his purple stance, which gives him a bunch of hard CC. He has good follow-up, he has good team fight, he has amazing one-on-one. The only reason the Merlin is so low on this list is he doesn't snowball as hard as the other characters here. Merlin's snowball is a lot weaker compared to the other characters just because he needs items online a lot more than the other characters do. The other characters, you know, they still need their items, but you know, they snowball, they get early kills to get their items going. Merlin, you don't snowball, you just want to farm up in the early game, get your core online, and once your core is online, you just want to fucking go through winning every team fight, burning everyone, fucking them up so they can't play against you. So Merlin does make the list just because his carry potential is high as fuck, but getting him to that carry potential without, you know, dying or with getting early kills can be kind of challenging. That's why he's only at number 5. All right, time for number 4. I can already hear myself getting flamed because I know a lot of you guys are probably gonna hate this god. The next god isn't a mid laner. It's a hunter that you play in the mid lane. We're talking about the fucking goddess of winter herself, Calder. No, I'm joking, not Calder. Scotty, even though Calder does most of the work. Scotty's really fucking strong in mid, especially in low elo, where no one respects damage. In low elo, whenever someone boxes someone, they'll try and box you back. If you ever go on someone, they'll be like, they're hitting me, I need to hit him back. No one respects any damage. No one understands, oh yeah, that character does that much damage, I do this much damage, I need to back off, I won't win this trade. They always go for the 1v1. That's what makes Scotty so strong, is she turns every 1v1 into a 2v1. Because you don't fight Scotty, you fight Scotty and Calder. The other thing that makes Scotty so strong is, unlike Merlin, her all-in pre-items, pre-first back is really, really good. You're gonna hit level 5 usually before you get your first back off, and at level 5, if you full combo the enemy mid laner who's slightly poked out, they should die. That or you get a relic 9 times out of 10. Especially with the new Calder rework, the new Scotty rework on her ult, where you can throw her ult like a projectile. It makes her super strong, gives her lockdown at range. So all you're gonna want to do is farm till you hit 5, look to poke the enemy opponent whenever you get a chance, and the moment you hit 5 and you see the enemy mid laner's escape is down, you throw Calder, full combo them, and they should always die. And the moment you get that first kill on Scotty, that's when the snowball starts. You back and you get full boots. Then you one-shot them even harder the next time. You back and you get Transcendence, and then they get one-shot even harder. Then you can start rotating to your side lanes. Don't be afraid to use your ice on yourself to give you movement speed to rotate to other lanes and continue your snowball. Calder with a lead does a lot of fucking damage, and getting him the lead is extremely easy as long as you full combo the enemy mid when their escape is down. That's all you gotta do with this character. Pretty brain dead, and part of the reason I hate this character, but hey, it helps you climb if you really need it. Shout out to T-Money for abusing this character to rank for fucking who knows how many years now. Alright, god number 3 on the list. We're going back to mages. That's probably what you guys prefer. It's gonna be the goddess of demonetization herself. Hey, you know what? I don't make any money off YouTube, so I can say her name all I want. It's Isis. Isis is really fucking strong this season for one reason and one reason alone. High-res are fucking dumb. I don't remember if you guys remember the patch, but this girl got like 6 different buffs in one patch. That's fucking insane. Like, that's actually unbelievable. They basically like gave her almost a mini rework on her 3, and they just like over buffed the fuck out of her. She's gotten slight nerfs, but she's still insanely strong, especially in mid, because she gives so much pressure. Her level 1, 2, and 3 are extremely good. Wing Gust, Spirit Ball, and Dispel Magic are all fucking sick abilities. Wing Gust instantly clears the wave and does a shit ton of damage. Spirit Ball is pretty much a guaranteed stun. It is, okay, it's not a guaranteed stun. It's hard to hit, but if you combo it with your 3 to slow the person and then stun them, it's a guaranteed stun, you know? And it does a lot of damage. On top of that, Isis has an attack chain, which not many other mids, I say not many, but like, yeah, I don't think there's any other mage in the game with an attack chain. And Isis' attack chain hits fucking hard early game. Level 1 boxing her is a fucking nightmare. If she gets a Spirit Ball auto Wing Gust combo auto attack chain on you, you are going to be 1 HP or dead. Also, pro tip out there, I know I just said, you know, if you silence it and slow them into a Spirit Ball, it's a guaranteed stun. If you're confident in your Isis skills, you always want to Spirit Ball then silence, because your silence does DR the enemies. For those of you who don't know what DR is, it's diminishing returns. It's a mechanic in Smite and most MOBAs where if you get CC'd, the next CC to hit you won't CC you as much. So basically what that means is if you get silenced and then Spirit Ball, the Spirit Ball stun won't last as long. But if you get Spirit Balled and then silenced, the stun will last the full duration, but the silence won't last as long, which is ideal. You usually want the longer stun. But then you can't use the silence to guarantee the stun. That's a trade-off. So if you're confident in your ability, start with the 2. If you're not, start with the 3. But Isis is insanely good. Wave clear is amazing. Her 2v2 fight with her jungler is amazing. You can't dive this girl, because if you ever try and dive her, she Circle of Protections herself, silences you, Spirit Balls you into the circle, starts Wing Gusting to kite around you, pops the circle, and you die. Isis does too much damage, has a shield in her kit, has a stun in her kit, has movement. Fucking dumb character, high-res nerfer. Alright, god number 2 on our list is someone that doesn't play like a traditional mage, plays more like an assassin. We're not talking about Ao Kuang, although I wish Ao Kuang mid's pretty fun. We're talking about Hebo. Hebo excels at 2 things. One is the most obvious one, snowballing. If you give Hebo an early lead and he gets his Bancrofts and Pen Boots online early, the game's basically over. He's gonna go around one-shotting everyone. They call him the god with 3 ults for a reason. He has 3 very high damaging abilities. The other thing Hebo excels at very hard is punishing mistakes. If you walk up 1 foot too far against a good Hebo player, he is gonna knock up 1 you every time. And in the early game, when Hebo has Bancrofts, you can't out-trade him. You get poked out, you just have to accept it, because you can't fight the Hebo. Hebo's gonna win the trade every time, because, you know, Bancroft's lifesteal, plus his damage, his base damage is really fucking high. The other thing that a lot of people, you know, forget about Hebo is they call him the god of 3 ultimates. You know, these 3 abilities do a lot of damage, but Atlas of the Yellow River is a fucking insane ability. This move is so good, dude. Like, this move actually farms. It makes Hebo slow immune, gives him a shit ton of fucking speed, and if you try and chase him on it, you're gonna get slowed to all fuck. Atlas of the Yellow River is actually probably one of the most underrated moves in the fucking game. This move is fucking sick. And it actually gives Hebo a lot of kill potential. If you ever catch the enemy mid laner without their escape stepping on this, they are as good as dead. The number 1 things to remember at Hebo is know your damage. I recommend playing a bunch of casual games with him. Arena if you don't feel like queuing casual conquest. Getting to know Hebo's damage is very important. Because the number 1 mistake people make with Hebo mid is no one realizes how big your kill threshold really is. If someone's sitting in lane with 85% HP and you have full Bancrofts, you can one-shot them, and most people don't realize that. That's the main problem with carrying yourself on Hebo. You gotta know your damage and know when to punish people. If you can get that on lock, Hebo is extremely good at snowballing and will carry you in all your games, I promise. Alright, number 1. Someone you guys probably aren't expecting. I'm assuming a lot of you expected Hebo to be number 1, but no. Number 1 is gonna go to fucking Hell. I know what you're saying. Hell? What the fuck? Since when? Alright. Before I go over what makes Hell good, I'm gonna go over the number 1 mistake I see every Hell player makes, and it makes me so fucking mad. I swear to God, I don't think I've ever met maybe it's just like a Masters secret that, like, you know, Masters players tell each other to, you know, make sure no one else knows, but I'm gonna let you guys in on it. I'm gonna let you guys in on the Hell secret. Don't max the 3, max the 1. Maxing the 3 sucks dick. Maxing the 1 is very good. You don't understand how many low elo players I see maxing the 3. It is no bueno. The 1 is 100% of the time the way to go. In mid lane. In other lanes, it's arguable. But in mid lane, I'd say 9 times out of 10, maxing the 1 is the way to go. For a few reasons. Reason 1, it is safer wave clear. Hell's 3, if you want to clear the wave, you have to walk into the enemy minion wave. They could poke you while you're doing this. The enemy jungler could blink over the wall while you're doing this. A bunch of things can happen to you. But if you max the 1, you can stand in your minion wave or, you know, farther back and just throw your 1 out. The other thing that makes, you know, maxing the Hell 1 so good is no one expects it. No one in lower elo expects it for whatever reason. I don't know why. No one does it in low elo. And your 1 burst combo is so fucking strong. Remember, your 3 can only hit once. Repulse does damage. That's 1 thing of damage, and then Inspire heals. Decay and Restoration, those are the 2 ones, both do damage. And they both do a lot of fucking damage. Like an absurd amount. And especially in the 1v1, Hell's insane. Because she's doing all this damage, and if you hit the light stance 1, you're healing yourself. Which is just unbelievable. She just does so much damage. And if she snowballs in the early game, like Hell is good at, because you want to, you know, you want to pressure the enemy mid laner, you want to 1 them again, and then 3 them, which is gonna, you know, either one-shot them or get them down extremely low. It should give you a lead, because, you know, the enemy mid laner is gonna have to back over and over while you can sustain with your natural healing, and then you get into 2v2s with your jungler, and your Hell, you have heals, you have cleanses, you have damage, so you win the 2v2s, you get into team fight areas. You know, when you're team fighting, you're a Hell, you have cleanses for your team, heals for your teams, and a shit ton of damage. Hell's just an unstoppable monster at low elo. She does have very strong counters like Osiris, Serket, stuff like that. But the thing is, people don't pick these things because, you know, lower elo people are just trying to play what they find fun. They don't care about counter picking. And even if they do counter pick, they're usually not playing their gods perfectly. So you can just kind of run through the map with your Hell, killing everything and healing up. Also, I know what you're saying, but anti-heal items are so good. They're just going to build anti-heal. I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of players in lower elo rank games space out or straight up forget to build anti-heal and don't do it, and then you're just a Hell with a lead, healing for 1,000 and doing 1,000s of damage. This character is kind of brain dead as long as you hit her 1-1-3 combo. As long as you're hitting that, she is going to one-shot any person you lane against. Except maybe Hebo. Hebo might still win that trade. But Hell carries a game a lot simpler and easier and safer than Hebo. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for my top 5 gods to carry you out of elo Hell if you think you're better than where you deserve to be. I'm going to release a top 5 gods to play in mid if you are trying to improve while climbing. That video is coming soon. Remember, the 5 gods I listed here are mainly just to climb because you think you are better and deserve to be a higher rank. If you think, A, I'm in this rank, but you know, I don't know if I should be a higher rank, I think I still need to improve, these gods are not the best gods at learning. The video to learn is coming soon. Well, actually, Hebo's pretty good to learn with because you learn positioning very well, but don't worry about that. I got a top 5 gods to play if you're trying to learn while improved. That's dropping very soon. Hopefully this video helped you. Hopefully you start climbing. I really want to see, you know, more of you pop off. Thank you so much for watching. I love you.